Hello, my friends, and welcome back. I'm Chisgule Gaming, and in today's video, sponsored by the makers of Call of Dragons, we're spinning for Yun-Ming, who is not just a GOAT, he's the GOAT. Dude, the new mages this season absolutely slap for me. And I'm going to tell you something, okay? Normally, I'm like, oh, yeah, you know, I'm going to slow roll the new heroes. I'll spin the wheel a bunch. I'll do the daily special offer a bunch. I'll misclick and jump the screen. I'll like take my time with them, right? But these ones, even though I didn't like rush max them, you know, 5, 3, 3, 3, good enough. I did pair them together instead of using Thea for whatever it's worth. Grimara, 5, 2, 3, 3, nothing special. I just used up my G-Force because like, what else am I doing with them? Right? And this pair slapped, man. It did incredibly well. It did as well as Lily Velen. Which is funny that like, here we are, it's 2025, baby. And Lily Velen is still kind of the GOAT, even though I don't have their artifact exemplar. I do have their artifact. The pet here is pretty decent. And in fairness, I did move all in. So of course I'm getting results. I moved all in. I mean, this bad boy's exemplar, it's maxed out. This pet's decent, right? We moved in, folks, on doing the thing. And boy, oh boy, does this combination do the thing. Like, sometimes when heroes release, I'm kind of like, am I getting the kind of result I wanted to get working on brand new heroes? Right? With Bert and Tohar, the answer was no. With these guys, the answer is a resounding yes. Okay? They slap. And I think this is because you're doing like AoE damage at instant proc speed like every 2 seconds. So that's how it happens. Really, really, really powerful. And combine that with the artifact. Bro, so yeah, they're really good. I'm going to spin the wheel. I'm going to keep working on them. Now, the funny thing is that despite all this glowing endorsement of this guy being the GOAT, I'm actually not going to spend gems. I know that might sound weird to you. I just said everything I just said. I'm still not going to gem spin this guy because I still believe that the bottleneck for the next level of power is the exemplars. And all the gems, I think, still need to go to pulling artifacts. I could be wrong. I may feel dumb about this down the road. But for now, I'm slow rolling him. And I don't feel bad about it. So let's get the bundles here. For those that don't know, I make all my purchases using Dragon Tickets. I'll have a link for that down below in the description. It's the official Farlight store. This is the official store for the game. You can go and buy your Dragon Tickets, and you exchange your tickets for equivalent tiers of bundles. So the $5 ticket, the $10 ticket, the $20, the $50, and the $100 here. I'm going to max this bundle. And when I purchased this at the link in the description, I also got a bunch of Dragon coins to go with it. So if you're not using this, this is, as far as I can tell, the best way to make your purchases because you get about 10% extra value in the form of these Dragon coins, which you also can exchange for bundles. So there it is. We've max purchased the bundle. OMG. You know, I'm as back in the day. Do I have pictures of this in my profile? Back in the day, at the very start of the game, I was max purchasing like multiple bundles. I don't have a picture of it in here. I got a bunch of Rise of Kingdom stuff in here. That's kind of funny. Yeah, I was max purchasing I mean, what was it? Way back when? City of Hope, Path of Knowledge, and also March of Conquerors. And maybe on one day I also did Time of Harvest. I mean, I was pushing power at the start. It was crazy back in the day. The start of the game was nuts, man. It was a mad rush, and I was so there for it. So anyways, back on target, Chisgule. Let's do our spins. Now, how much of them am I going to get? Let's talk about that for a second. So I currently probably have zero. Like, I don't know why I would have anything other than zero of it. Okay, I have 12. Oh, probably some sort of daily special offers or something. For a time I was doing that. Okay, so we have 12 saved up. I do have 42 G4s, which I would readily deploy. So we'll see how far we get here. So let's get to spinning, baby. Spin to win. It's the way of the barbarian. Spin to win, baby. Some things, they'll just always have those associations, won't they? I don't know. Ooh, 3 Yun-Ming. Nice. This is really all about the tiered rewards, the way that I'm playing this event. I mean, obviously, like just spinning to 100. Now I'm just going for the tiered rewards. Big full pull over here. We are, 30 pulls in? So it's pretty decent. Probably was a pity pull, to be honest. We'll manage that a little more closely. We're up to 10. Now 15 and 20. That's a nice pull. Okay. There we go. Another 30 and we get the full pull. Love to see it. We could spend gems and guarantee we get another full Yun-Ming, but I think the pity carries over to the next time the wheel shows up. So if I'm being strictly optimal / efficient, I just don't worry about it. I just enjoy the delight and surprise of like, who knew I'd get a full pull almost immediately? OMG, the best pulls of my life, which is actually probably how this is about to end up. Oh, there it is. There's the full pull. All right, so what's going to happen now is I'm actually going to get wrecked the next time I pull. I don't know why I had 3 individual tickets left over. I probably bought them with gems or something. Oops, I did too many. Oh, I know why, because of free pulls. Yes, that's why. Because free pulls, unless you just pull beyond what you need to, Chisgule, which is what I just did, which theoretically is, what I would have been doing if Exemplar wasn't a thing, but it is. And so now I probably ought to save these, even though it doesn't really change the way I buy that bundle. So it's like I could also just use them, but, whatever. I guess I could just use them. Let's just use them. You only live once. Okay, look at those incredible extra rewards I got. Okay, now that we've done all of that, Yun-Ming, and, I went from 14 to 96. Cool. I mean, I can get 2 skills on them. Where do I want them to go? So, Astrologer's Blessing. When in the field, premonition targets 1 extra enemy legion. And this hero's legion is a 50% chance to gain defense. Well, gaining defense, spoiler alert, is not what I care about for my mages, which is why I am skill locked not at all, and I have all the skills unlocked. I would much rather get hero skill damage. This is whew, hero skill damage and HP, please. That's where we want it. Now, when premonition deals damage, there's a 50% chance of an extra instance of magic damage, but it's once every 5. Now what does it say? Damage factor is 90 times the highest temporary buff stack. Oh, interesting. That's a decent amount of damage factor. So the max damage factor is 625 up in here. Yeah, I mean, I think this is the skill. Technically, because I think this is the skill, I could skill lock to the first 2, and it would increase my odds of going here. So I would have a 50-50 of getting this skill, Good Omens. But because I'd rather have either of those skills over this one, I now have a 2/3 chance of being happier with the outcome if I do it the way that I'm about to do it, which is just to run it full like this. So we'll do it this way. Boom. Not the best, not the worst. And then we can absolutely use some G4s as a little bit of a top up over here and see where we end up. Okay, that actually was the worst. Ooh, defense. Technically, I could retrain. And this is kind of an interesting idea. Like, if I was about to have a major fight right now, I could actually use the relearning. I have 37 of them. And I could try to get a more favorable distribution of the skills. To be perfectly honest, I kind of don't care that much at this point. And let me give you the season update here, which is pretty cool. We are closing in on a W, folks. We got the Dragon Zone. There it is. OMG, Chisgule leaked all the markers. OMG. That actually might be a problem. I mean, how much of a problem is it? Chisgule evaluating in real time. How bad was it to have leaked all these markers? Probably fine. Anyways, Ooh. Yeah. I might be in trouble for this. But let's assume I'm not in trouble and keep talking. So what we've got going on here is control of the Dragon Zone. Sort of. Almost. Kind of. In progress. We've been pushing day over day, gaining ground, and NTS did end up taking over this zone while we were working on Dragon Zone. I mean, you know, consequences. We made choices. We chose to not defend this zone and focus on Dragon Zone, and we lost this zone while we were in the Dragon Zone. Do we charge back in and do stuff? I don't know, man. Depends on people's appetite for losing troops. I don't care. I'll lose every single troop I have. So test me on that. At one point this season, by the way, my city got rallied and I was going to make a video about it, but I never did. And my garrison was like in a bastion and my city got rallied and I was like, I don't care. Rally me. Let's go. 100% rally me. And dude, 100% rally me. Anytime I can trade things other than infantry for enemy infantry, fine. Let's do it. But my hospital is nearly empty, which is a huge problem. That is a huge problem. So I'm going to need to actually get off my bottom and go do some stuff. But you know, I mean, okay, he says go do some stuff. I have 30.6 million merits. That's pretty decent considering, you know, life's a little topsy-turvy for me at the moment, but we got plenty of stuff to clear out over here. So yeah, we got lots to do. So all in all, been a really great season. Really great team up with our allies here. Really great outcome for this season. Very happy with it. Who gets the dragon? I don't know. I literally don't care. Season W is a season W in my book. So dragon or not, I'm feeling good about this. I'm feeling pretty good about this. Honestly, this is like, you know, I got some stuff going on in my life. It's not the worst time to take a W on something. Hi. Anyways, I'm a little bit rambly, but I guess that's part of why you're here. The old Chisgule ramble. I'll make a video about Yun-Ming talents soon, but for those of you curious kind of what I was using, this is where it was at for me. Shout out to, I believe it was Matrim, who sent me these talents or a version of these talents that I ultimately am using. There is an issue here that I do need to address, which is the march speed balancing of my mages, but you know, that's topic for a separate video. Or maybe somebody will go copy that topic before I post about it. Or maybe somebody's already posted about it. Who knows, man? Big thank you again to the makers of Call of Dragons for sponsoring today's video. The new mages are absolutely amazing. You can invest in them without hesitation. They are the goats. They pulled down merits as good or better than all my other mage marches. And the only one that came close was Lily Velen. They did great. And I do have all the other mages maxed. Now, in fairness, there is still room to improve my other mage marches. So I should point out, there is still some room. Like, I mean, this is exemplar, but it's not maxed, right? What level? I think it's 4. It's level 4? Yeah, it's just level 4. So, like, you know, there's room on my Thundel Thalia to improve. But you know, it is a pretty decent-ish pet. But, you know, you could do better. So that could be contributing, right? My Burt Tohar, definitely you could do better. Where's my Burt all the way up top? Sometimes I'm using Breath of Jargontis, which is not exemplar. Other times I'm using Phoenix Eye, also not exemplar. So like, you definitely could do better. This pet's okay. You definitely could do better. At one point I was going to move all in on this pet, so this was just a placeholder. But you know, I made this guy back in the day before pet food existed. You know, I was like, ooh, these attributes were like, ooh, you know, attributes. This pet food didn't exist. Back in my day, we did have to go uphill both ways. But now I can't walk because I had surgery on my leg. So if you missed that video, I'll have a card over here. Okay. The single most satisfying / rewarding comment I've gotten in my entire time YouTubing was someone who said, I watched your video, Chisgule. I got my skin checked because of it. And they found and removed cancer. And I was like, wow. 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 So anyways, there's that video, or if you want something more lighthearted and Call of Dragonsy, check out one of those other vids. That one, it'll be up there. Serious vid, lighthearted vid. All right, until next time, you have fun smashing your enemies. Take care, everybody.